Joined by Craig Button. Craig, Mitch Marner has missed the last 11 games for the Leafs because of that high ankle sprain. The Leafs 7-3-1 over that stretch. And Auston Matthews, in particular, has not missed a beat without Marner on his wing. 8 goals, 18 points in those 11 games. 16 of those 18 have come at even strength. Craig, when Marner returns, should the Leafs throw him right back on Matthews' line, or should they consider moving him to another line to create a little more balance in their offense?
You got one of the best playmaking wingers in the National Hockey League in Mitch Marner. And him and Auston Matthews have had magic together. I would put him right back there. But that doesn't preclude you from splitting them up. What Auston Matthews has shown in his brilliance is that he can play, and he can play without Mitch Marner. But when you got to defend against Mitch Marner and Auston Matthews, that's a headache for an opponent. But what this also affords for Sheldon Keefe is, depending on how a game is going, knowing that Auston can do his own thing, split things up, find a little bit more of that balance. The playoffs are not just about setting a lineup and just saying, this is how we're going to go, and that's how it'll be till we finish this playoff round. I believe that with Mitch Marner on your team, you've got a much better chance to win. Him and Matthews are a dynamic duo, but the flexibility that's afforded to the coaching staff with Auston Matthews being able to do things on his own, Mitch Marner being able to help others, that's a boon. That is something that's a huge benefit for the Toronto Maple Leafs going forward.
Marner's hoping you're absolutely right. Now, while the Leafs wait on Marner, Morgan Rielly is back tonight after missing 4 with an injury of his own. How should Sheldon Keefe handle one of the biggest questions on the Leafs blue line right now, and that's finding the right partner for Morgan Rielly?
Morgan Rielly is going to play 25 minutes a game come playoff time. There's nobody that's going to be able to play 25 minutes alongside him. So depending on what the challenges are within a game, challenges are from game to game in the playoff round when you start, I think that it gives Morgan Rielly an opportunity to play with different partners depending on what the challenge, what the situation is confronting Morgan Rielly and the Toronto Maple Leafs. There's not one defender there that fits like a glove for Morgan Rielly. That just simply doesn't exist. And that's a reality for the Toronto Maple Leafs. But the fact is Morgan Rielly is clearly their best defender. He now can play his game knowing that he has some support, not from one player, but from different players. And that's going to be up to the coaching staff to determine what that looks like at any particular point in a game or during a series.
Speaking of the Leafs D, only one team currently in a playoff spot has allowed more goals than the Leafs this year. That's the Tampa Bay Lightning, who incidentally played the first 2 months of this season without their starting goalie, Andrei Vasilevsky.